Hi, loves. It's been a while. So, a few months ago, I got the message of being pulled through the eye of the needle at the same time as being pulled through a black hole. And the theory with black hole is that once you pass the event horizon and enter into the black hole's realm, you slowly get pulled apart into your information, because we're just information. We get pulled apart and spaghettified and go through the black hole and spat back out in similar ways that we went into another universe. And I was asked, what do I want to take with me to New Earth? What parts of myself, my belief structure, am I still holding on to? What habits am I still holding on to? And how will they reform in the new earth? How do you make use of those if you refuse to let go and take them with you? Is it possible? And so a few weeks into this process, they gave me the analogy of like kids' toy slime or chewing gum, bubble gum. The analogy being that we as a being are the chewing gum or the gack or the slime, and after having been played with for however many years you've been around on this earth or reincarnated, how much otherness is there? How many rocks and beads and hairs and dirt? How much of that is in us? So this process of being stretched or being spaghettified, if you stretch out dirty slime, all the rocks and the beads and whatever the kids have put in there starts to just pop out. And to the extreme of this analogy, it's a cleansing process. And so this morning I looked into the eye of the needle because I knew it was a Bible quote. And it was something along the lines of, it will be as easy for a camel to fit through the eye of a needle as it is for a rich person. Now, I was not there when that was quoted, and I certainly don't speak Hebrew, so I take translations lightly because I know there is a lot of quibbling about the exact meanings of things, and meaning changes over time. Meanings of words that I used as a teenager have certainly changed meaning for the teenagers of today, and that's only in the space of 20 years. So what happens over that 1,000 years is, and with all the debate and all the agendas, I take everything with a grain of salt. And well, what does it mean to me? So to me, a camel is a beast of burden. It is used to carry other people's stuff, and it holds water within itself. So water is emotions. It's a symbol for emotions. So we're being asked, what emotions of other people are we carrying and what burdens of theirs are we carrying? Because we are taught to carry the burdens of society, the burdens of our parents, our caregivers, our friends. How much of my personality is actually me? The personality is just an accumulation over a lifetime. And the 25th of July was the Galactic New Year. I think it's the Mayan calendar. It's the day out of time. So you have that day out of time to truly just let go. And some of you may still be in the 25th. And it's an energy, it's a gateway, it's a corridor, right? It'll happen differently for everybody. But it seems to me that this theme of the being stretched through the black hole to go out the other side, to drop our burdens and go out the other side, has coincided with this idea of the day out of time where you just take a day off to let it all out, to let it go. That is the eye of the needle. Oh, I'm getting chills. Is it light language? They're saying Pleiadian frequencies. Sese su kuku su rikia suriana tiki orutiki aritiki kusonoko koko sokonoko soko tokoko sokonoko sokonoko yetuko sokorikia kiano koko sokoko nikia kisu tuko enikia. And I'm being shown Fae folk, and so I feel like that's Electra in the Pleiades. And also early on in my light language, I told my guides that I find it too stressful to do the acrobatics that some people do to pull through certain frequencies. So mine are often translated through one of my higher selves that is easier for me physically to pronounce. So if all my light language sounds the same and I'm saying it's from a different place, that's why. Of course, use your discernment and only engage in what feels right for you and only take what resonates with you. We're always saying this, but it's so important to really discern with your own heart and navigate your own journey. I know that we want the Saviour to come and just pick us up from our life of burden, and there are definitely opportunities to work together where somebody does give you a lift up, but ultimately it is your beliefs, your thought patterns, your choices to act or not to act. It's still a choice. That lead us to our experience. So if you're like me and feel that you're not quite through the purging process, well, that's okay as well. There will always be opportunities, different corridors to go down. So if you have not dropped all your burdens and suddenly feel like you're an ascended master in practice, not just in reincarnation, then it's okay, because there are infinite redos. A friend was talking about being at a crossroads again, and I'm certainly at a crossroads again myself. And it occurred to me that because we have free will, if we choose sameness, even if it doesn't feel right that we're choosing the physical or perceived safety, then God will allow that. God, universe, universal consciousness, doesn't matter what words we use. God will allow us to continue down that path. But every time it will get harder. If you think you're tired now, redo the same track for no reason. You will eventually get to a point where the path you know you need to take will be taken, because it will get so hard. It will get so hard. That you will feel you have no choice. I'm in one of those choices right now. But I know now that acting through fear is not going to help. There's a constant state of stabilizing and coming back to center. Of seeing what it is within that is being highlighted without taking too much responsibility, taking the right amount of responsibility for ourselves and letting everyone else have their responsibility. It's very difficult for an empath. Yeah, knock on wood and hope for the best. Alright, well, I hope that resonated. I hope something came of it for you. Like, share, subscribe if you want to. If you don't, it's okay. I love you. Bye, darlings.